everyone, and welcome to Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls. This is absolutely my favorite Elder Scrolls game, and I'm glad to be bringing it to you. You know, I haven't given much thought as to what I'm going to make. I think I'm going to go a little unusual. I usually go for an all-magical character, because I love making my own spells. But I think I'm not going to this time. I am... Yep, that's right. I'm gonna go for an orc. Alright. Let's do some war braids. Nah. Top knot? I like that. Ooh, I like that more. Bright gray, should I be an old orc? Yeah, long hair. Neon green? Or blood red. I kinda like that. Red and blue. Or just like silver gray. Let's do that. Age, let's do an old orc. He's real old. Complexion. Want him to look kind of war-torn. And yeah, okay, that looks good. Done. I love this game so much. I've played this game more than any other Elder Scrolls by a huge margin.
You're an ugly one.
Hey.
But then all orcs are ugly. The most repulsive race in all of Tamriel.
Hey, I don't appreciate that.
At least you've got that brutish strength, huh? Must be nice to just rip someone apart like some kind of monster. Oh, but you must be the one orc weakling, huh? Captured by Imperials. How pathetic. You're going to die in here, orc, like an animal in a cage. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
I'm glad I could make a friend my first day in prison.
Yes, sir. My sons.
I wonder what I did.
They're dead, aren't they?
I'll never taste freedom again.
The messenger only said they were attacked.
Oh.
No, they're dead.
Blades.
I know it.
The Emperor.
My job right now is to get you
He
to
came to
safety.
release me.
What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
You, prisoner, stand aside. Over by the window. Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt. No sign of... Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength.
What's going on?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
Who are you?
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
Why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
I go my own way.
So do we all. But what path can be avoided whose end is fixed by the almighty gods?
Please, sire, we must
Persuasive
keep
argument.
moving.
God, the game looks so good. It looks so much better here than it ever did on Xbox.
Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Looks like this is your lucky day. Just stay out of our way.
I had to make a different character and mess with the settings. The settings were very weird. The default ones. I think they had E or F was jump. It was really strange.
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
Protect yourself.
The captain's down.
Alright, punch, punch.
The dragon fires!
Hey, good job. I was rooting for you guys.
You all right?
Captain Reno?
She's dead.
How?
Let's wear the Mythic Dawn robes.
Could they be waiting for us here?
And it appears like there's no way to easily drop stuff.
Don't worry,
I'm probably just
We'll
messing
get
this
you
up.
out of
I
here.
wish I could take our
They
blade
won't
armor.
be the first to underestimate the blades. I'll take point. Let's move.
You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
Listen, man. I do what I want, alright? Come on, rats. Yeah. Maybe I should use an axe. I don't use axes enough. I haven't played this game in so long that I kind of get the urge to do things that I normally wouldn't do. So this playthrough is not going to be any kind of tutorial, so you can go ahead and comment and tell me if you would like me to go slowly and talk about things more. But that was not my plan. So, but I can do that if you would like. I love this club. I just wish it wasn't such crap. It looks so cool. I'm gonna use this. I can enchant it later, I'll keep it. So many torches. No shoes. There we go. Sandals, I guess. I don't know, leather boots. Do I have any gloves? Just wrist irons. Ooh, much slower.
Yeah.
So the game being what it is, I've been trying to decide. Come here, zombie. I've been trying to decide what my end point will be for this playthrough. And I've sort of come to the decision that, of course, I have to finish the main storyline, and I'll definitely do all the guilds, and we'll see where we are at that point. I'll see what level I am, what I've achieved in the world. I've done all the guilds and all the main storyline. Really, the guilds are the best part of this game, I would say. The Dudeicle shrines can also be very enjoyable. But in the end, exploration is what really matters. You know, my first character I ever made in this game ended up being probably the best gaming experience I've ever had, or at least one of them. Because I had absolutely no interest in dungeon crawling. I had no interest in the main storyline, and other than the Dark Brotherhood, I had no interest in the guilds. But I love the idea of being a thief, being like a career thief. And so that's what I did for my first playthrough. I remember I had like 150 hours on that first character without ever leaving the major cities. I just went from one city to another robbing people. I had all these little hideouts. It was great. It was really great. So, in the future, I'll probably do another playthrough at some point and make a thief character. Part of the magic of that first playthrough, though, is that I didn't know anything about the game. Like, I didn't even know the Thieves Guild existed until I got arrested. And while I was in jail, a Thieves Guild member approached me, inviting me to the guild. For those of you who don't know, that's the secret way to get into the Thieves Guild. Let's see if I can set things to... Yep, there we go. Anyway, yeah, the secret way to get into the Thieves Guild is to get arrested and then be approached by the guild while in jail. Mushrooms. And because this isn't a tutorial, this isn't a speed run or anything crazy like this, I am not going to... How can I say this? I'm not going to take cheap methods of getting through the game. I'm going to spec my character as if I knew nothing about the game. And I'm not going to abuse any mechanics. Or at least I'll try. I'll try my best to do that. I think it generally results in a better play experience. Or maybe that's just rose-tinted glasses. You know, we all remember the first time as being better. Alright, I am going to switch to a better weapon because that thing it only does 1 to 2. Damn. So, not really much of a difference. Gotcha. With your own trap. Didn't you know that was there? Like, didn't you put that trap there? Let's switch out shields as well. Rusty iron shield. Where's my iron shield? There we go. Bam. Oblivion has such a close place in my heart, important place. I was so, you know, I don't want to say I was let down by Skyrim, but the way I feel is like there are a few parts of an Elder Scrolls game that in my mind have become mandatory additions ever since Oblivion. I've played a little bit of Morrowind, but not enough to appreciate the game. I didn't play it when I was really young like everyone else. I played Oblivion first, and so it was really hard to go back to Morrowind. I think a lot of people had that experience. Come here. They took away the spell customization. They don't have it anymore in Skyrim. And instead you're forced to use these spells of arbitrary strength. And you just go up as you level up your ability. And you have to go find the new spell, the new, more powerful one. And I really didn't appreciate this. First of all, spells don't scale well enough. Melee basically scales infinitely in that game. Especially if you start abusing the mechanics of blacksmithing and alchemy and enchanting. So you get like that feedback loop. But you can't do that with spells in Skyrim, and so the first Skyrim character I made, he got to like level 35 or 40 before spells just sort of took a back seat. It got to a point where you're fighting those really strong dragons. I forget what they're called, like ancient dragons or something. And the spells you had just weren't strong enough to take them down with ease. Wish there was an easier way to drop things. Maybe I'm just being stupid here. Alright. But yeah. With that being able to make my own spells, it really takes away the functionality of, and the customization of being a mage. I love making spells. You know, you're only limited in this game by how much magicka you have. Your magicka is the cost, basically. You're funding your spells. And so, as much as you have is what you can cast.
What makes you think help will get here before
I think
those bastards? We need to get the Emperor out.
I remember I min-maxed my magicka in this game one time. I think I had like 1100. I think that's the maximum you can possibly have in the game.
The dragon! Damn it! It's that prisoner again. Kill him. He might be working with the assassins.
No, I'm good. Don't worry about me.
He is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us.
That's right, I can.
They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen.
Look at the
you
design
know
on the
how
bottom
they
of
guide
the
our fates
handle
with
right
an
there.
invisible hand.
There's so much detail in this game. I don't know, I'll think
I've
about it.
served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are
I wonder if
marked with
Bethesda will ever
numberless
make anything
sparks,
this high quality
each a
ever again.
fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder which sign marked your birth.
Okay, so I guess... sorry. Pardon me. Like I said, I'm not doing a magical character, otherwise I would do the Apprentice. The Atronach sounds good with the extra 150 magicka, but not having any regen over time is unbelievably weak. Now, of course, if I'm making a thief, I do the thief, but I usually just do the steed. 20 points to speed is a big deal. It's a lot. Most melee characters will probably do the warrior. I would rather be fast than be stronger. So that's what I'm going to do.
The signs I
orc.
read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
What about me?
Your stars are not mine. Today the steed shall speed your progress on the road to destiny. My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness.
Cool.
With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied.
Whatever you say, buddy. Aren't you afraid to
No
die?
trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
Where are we going?
I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
Julio.
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
The blades.
We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan.
Uriel Septum.
My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it.
Alright, cool. Good luck, buddy. I'm
Stick
sure it'll be
close and let us do
successful.
our job, and you'll be all right.
Oh yeah. Can you notice I'm significantly faster? I just got a 20-point boost to speed. You end up doing so much running in this game. Speed really matters. I don't know about anybody else,
The Emperor's in danger!
but the first time I played this game, it was like 2005. So, how old was I then?
Otherwise, you'd be dead already.
What, let's see, 2005. I think I was like 14 or something like that.
Not much fun.
You
And
bossy,
so,
go down easy! The Emperor's in
I
danger!
played this game for hours and hours and hours and hours without knowing that fast travel existed. So probably for at least the first 10 hours of gameplay, I was running everywhere. I'm not gonna lie, those are nice. Those are good times. Nice, good times. And I was watching a Let's Play of Fallout 4 a little while ago. And Let's Player said something that I thought was very interesting, and I actually totally agree. And I won't do it with this game, just because this game's too close to my heart. Oh, sorry about that, everybody. Pardon me. But what they said was that with these Bethesda games where you have fast travel, but you have a very small inventory,
Let me take a look.
all that ends up being is a continual session of loading screen after loading screen after loading screen. And so instead, something that you could do is
We're almost
put on some kind of mod or console command to give you infinite inventory, but then just impose a rule onto yourself that you're not allowed to fast travel. I think that sounds really good. You know, I actually prefer to run from place to place to see the world.
From the other side. A trap!
What about
And
that side passage back there?
I completely agree that I get tired of the constant back and forth teleporting.
It's a dead end. What's your call, sir?
I don't know. I don't see any good options here. They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
I'll do what I can. We'll see.
I can go no further.
Okay.
You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Name drop. God, I love this game.
Stranger,
For the Emperor!
you chose a bad day.
You know, I just thought Oblivion is the Burning Crusade of the Elder Scrolls. Anyone who plays WoW and played back in the day will understand that.
The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead. The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
The Emperor gave it to me, yo.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septim. They see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
I must take it to Joffrey.
Joffrey? He said that? Why?
I don't know.
Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey
I just
would
met
be
this
the one
guy, I
to
don't know.
He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral. first, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers.
Cool.
There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced knight. Am I right?
Not really. Okay, so I always go for a custom class. I'm gonna go combat. So, yeah, actually, let me talk about this a little bit. If I were playing a non-standard game, so today I'm gonna be playing as standard as possible, as standard as you can play for somebody who's played like 1,000 hours of this. If I was playing a non-standard game, or standard, what the hell am I talking about? I don't know. Look, what I would normally do is I would pick a specialization which encompasses the most skills that I am not going to level up primarily. Does that make sense? So an example would be magic, or combat, or stealth. So like, if I'm making a mage, I would choose stealth. If I'm making a melee guy, I would choose magic. If I'm making a magic guy, I'd probably choose combat. Or sorry, if I'm making a stealth guy, I'd probably choose combat. The reason for this is that after this section here, we're going to choose a 7, our 2 favorite attributes, then our 7 main attributes. So I'm going to do strength and willpower because I'm a strong guy or whatever. No, endurance, not willpower. I almost messed that up. So these 7 are your primary attributes, and you level up in this game by increasing these 7 attributes, these 7 skills. And increasing anything other than these 7 doesn't have any bearing on your level. So what I would do normally is I would choose things that I can level up very quickly. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's see what else. Security goes up pretty fast. Heavy armor's not great. I'd usually choose something like acrobatics. Falling off of tall ledges increases your acrobatics very fast. So the reason I would choose these 7 is not because I particularly want to use these things, just because I can level them up really fast. And then what I would do is this game tracks a backlog of levels. And so let's say I get out of the sewers at level 1 and I get my conjuration up to 100. Well, my conjuration going up to 100 would give me probably like 6 or 7 levels. And so I would have 6 or 7 levels backlogged. Then what I would do is I would make a bunch of money, have the gold ready, and then I would go find a trainer who can train one of these things that I actually want, like heavy armor, for example. I want that to be 100. But it takes a really long time to level up heavy armor, so I just want to train it up, because you can just use gold. And you can actually make a destruction spell to decrease your heavy armor down to 0 so that the training is free, because training is based on what level is. So if my heavy armor is level 10, it'll be 100 gold. They usually just put a 0 on the end. So if your heavy armor is 70 and you're trying to get to 71, it'll be 700 gold. So obviously that becomes extremely expensive if you have to level up really far. But it's 5, you can level it up 5 levels each primary level. I don't know if I'm doing a good job explaining this. But the point is that, let's say I get 7 levels, 7 character levels from sneak by setting my sneak up to 100. Well, that means I can train my heavy armor 7 times, each time by 5 points, so that's 35 points of heavy armor. So between sneak and conjuration, I could probably have heavy armor nearly at 100. And then between 2 more of these, I'd probably do blade, and then 2 more of them, I'd probably do destruction. And then with the 7th one, I don't know what I would do. Maybe restoration. Those are really the hardest ones to level up: restoration, destruction, heavy armor, blade. But I'm not going to do that today, because I'm not trying to power level. This isn't a race to the finish. this is a journey. So I'm gonna do the things I actually want. I want heavy armor. I want block, armorer. It's 3. Illusion 4. Conjuration 5. Conjuration's awesome. Oh, axes count as blunt? Alright, I'll do 6 for blunt. Illusion is probably the best non-direct damage school of magic. And then maybe restoration? Yeah, I guess let's do restoration. And sure, let's just call myself adventurer. Yeah. Cool. So with that lineup of major skills, I'm not going to level super fast, but it's okay.
Any trouble.
After the sewers, then what?
You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it?
Sure won't.
Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed.
What about you? What will you do?
I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body, and make sure no one follows you. You better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
Yeah, I don't remember that part. Does he always say that? Alright, let's roll. Man, I remember the first time I did this. I usually just blame it on being young and stupid. But I got lost for so long. I was down here forever, just wandering around.
Yeah.
Dead. Hey, Gabbies.
Yeah.
That's right, I don't sneak. I don't sneak around. I miss that thief character I made. He was so cool. It was so much fun sneaking around and casing out different people to rob, and it was great. So I have a pretty specific order when it comes to doing guilds. I always consider the Mage's Guild an absolute necessary to do first. Not necessarily to finish the whole quest line, but definitely to finish the recommendation chain quest. Finish the recommendation chain quest so that you can get into the Arcane University and make your own spells. Absolutely essential, because one of the most important things you can do in this game is to make yourself a custom healing spell, a heal over time, a hot spell. I'm gonna go over to this little island and kill these people. Sorry I clicked off of that so fast, it's just an instinct. I'll try to slow down and read things. God, look at this game, it's goddamn beautiful. I'm sorry, this game's just more beautiful than Skyrim. Yes, of course it's nostalgia, it's so much nostalgia, but look at it. Also, everything's greener. I've heard people make the argument, and it's a fair argument, that this world is just so much greener than Skyrim, and it's hard to really compare the two, honestly.
Yeah.
Because Skyrim's up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Immortal Blood. I will be doing some reading in this, so sorry for anyone that upsets, but I love the books. Immortal Blood by Anonymous. The moons and stars were hidden from sight, making that particular quiet night especially dark. The town guard had to carry torches to make their rounds, but the man who came to call at my chapel carried no light with him. I came to learn that Movarth Pequeen could see in the dark almost as well as the light, an excellent talent, considering his interests were exclusively nocturnal. One of my acolytes brought him to me, and from the look of him, I at first thought he was in need of healing. He was pale to the point of opalescence, with a face that looked like it had once been very handsome before some unspeakable suffering. The dark circles under his eyes bespoke exhaustion, but the eyes themselves were alert, intense, and almost insane. He quickly dismissed my notion that he himself was ill, though he did want to discuss a specific disease. Vampirism, he said, and then paused at my quizzled look. I was told that you were someone I should seek out for help understanding it. Who told you that? I asked with a smile. Tessina Gray. I immediately remembered her, a brave, beautiful knight who had needed my assistance separating fact from fiction on the subject of vampire. It had been 2 years and I had never heard whether my advice had proved effective. You spoken to her? How is her ladyship? I asked. Dead, Movarath replied, coldly, and then, responding to my shock, he added perhaps soften the blow. Sorry about that. I'm sick. She said your advice was invaluable, at least for the one vampire. When last I talked to her, she was tracking another. It killed her. Then the advice I gave her was not enough, I sighed. Why do you think it would be enough for you? I was a teacher once myself years ago, he said. Not in a university, a trainer in the Fighters Guild, but I know that if a student doesn't ask the right questions, the teacher cannot be responsible for his failure. I intend to ask you the right questions. And that he did, for hours. He asked questions and I answered what I could, but he never volunteered any information himself. He never smiled. He only studied me with those intense eyes of his, committing every word I said to memory. Finally, I turned the questioning around. You said you were a trainer at the Fighters Guild. Are you on assignment for them? No, he said curtly. Finally, I could detect some weariness in those feverish eyes of his. I would like to continue this tomorrow night, if I could. I need to get some sleep and absorb this. You sleep during the day, I smiled. To my surprise, he returned the smile, though it was more of a grimace. When tracking your prey, you adapt to their habits. The next day, he did return with more questions. These ones very specific. He wanted to know about the vampires of Eastern Skyrim. I told him about the most powerful tribe, the Volkihar, paranoid and cruel, whose very breath could freeze their victims' blood in the veins. I explained to him how they live beneath the ice of remote and haunted lakes, never venturing into the world of men except to feed. Movarth Pequeen listened carefully and asked more questions into the night, until at last he was ready to leave. I will not see you for a few days, he said, but I will return, and I will tell you how helpful your information has been. True to his word, the man returned to my chapel shortly after midnight 4 days later. There was a fresh scar on his cheek, but he was smiling that grim but satisfied smile of his. Your advice helped me very much, he said, but you should know that Volkihar have an additional ability you didn't mention. They can reach through the ice of their lakes without breaking it. It was quite a nasty surprise, being grabbed from below without any warning. How remarkable, I said with a laugh, and terrifying. You're lucky you survived. I don't believe in luck, I believe in knowledge and training. Your information helped me, and my skill at melee sealed the bloodsucker's fate. I've never believed in weaponry of any kind. Too many unknowns. Even the best swordsmith has created a flawed blade, but you know what your body is capable of. I know I can land 1,000 blows without losing my balance, provided I get the first strike. The first strike, I murmured, so you must never be surprised. That is why I came to you, said Movarath. You know more than anyone alive about these monsters, in all their cursed varieties across the land. Now you must tell me about the vampires of Northern Valenwood. I did as he asked, and once again his questions taxed my knowledge. There were many tribes to cover. The Bon Samu, who were indistinguishable from Bosmer except when seen by candlelight, the Kurelith, who could disintegrate into mist, pardon me, the Yekef, who swallowed men whole, the dread Tulboth, who preyed on children, eventually taking their place in the family, waiting patiently for years before murdering them all in their unnatural hunger. Once again, he bade me farewell, promising to return in a few weeks, and once again he returned as he said, just after midnight. This time, Movarth had no fresh scars, but again he had new information. You were wrong about the Kurelith being unable to vaporize when pushed underwater, he said, patting my shoulder fondly. Fortunately, they cannot travel far in their mist form, and I was able to track it down. It must have surprised it fearfully. Your field knowledge is becoming impressive, I said. I should have had an acolyte like you decades ago. Now tell me, he said, of the vampires of Cyrodiil. I told him what I could. There was but one tribe in Cyrodiil, a powerful clan, who had ousted all other competitors, much like the Imperials themselves had. Their true name was unknown, lost in history, but they were experts at concealment. If they kept to themselves well fed, they were indistinguishable from living persons. They were cultured, more civilized than the vampires of the provinces, preferring to feed on victims while they were asleep, unaware. They will be difficult to surprise, Moravath frowned. But I will seek one out, and tell you what I learn. And then you will tell me of the vampires of High Rock, Hammerfell, and elsewhere, and Blackmarsh and Morrowind, and the Somerset Isles, yes? I nodded, knowing that this was a man on an eternal quest. He wouldn't be satisfied with the barest hint of how things were. He needed to know it all. He did not return for a month, and on the night that he did, I could see his frustration and despair, though there were no lights burning in my chapel. I failed, he said, as I lit a candle. You were right. I could not find a single one. I brought the light up to my face and smiled. He was surprised, even stunned by the pallor of my flesh, the dark hunger in my ageless eyes and teeth. Oh yes, I think the teeth definitely surprised the man who could not afford to be surprised. I haven't fed in 72 hours, I explained. As I fell on him, he did not land the first blow or the last. Oh shit. I love these books. For anyone... I'm sorry about this. Very sick. Well, I'll probably be dead soon. For anyone who played this game and didn't read the books or whatever, this is one of the most important parts of the game, I think, to read the books and to get a better understanding of the lore and the world. It really speaks to the quality of and the attention, the labor of love that went into this game. Oh, and look at that. Look how fast that goes down. It's actually realistic. I mean, so many games allow you to stay underwater for ages. Pardon me. Look at this game. It's beautiful. Look at that sky. I mean, that little story right there was so good. What city is that over there? That's Coral. Wow, look at that. Another thing is the cities. I'm so unimpressed by the cities in Skyrim, except Markarth. That's the one that's cut into the mountain, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't played Skyrim in years. But the cities in Skyrim or in Oblivion are so much more impressive. They're beautiful and they're large, and there's so many people in them, and they actually seem like real people.
You look tired, my friend. I hope you're holding up all right. Had something of a false alarm earlier. Some Khajiit acting suspicious. Turns out he was just grooming his tail. Aye, it's a thankless job sometimes, but we wouldn't trade it for the world now, would we? Hey, did you hear that? Thought I heard someone calling for a guard. I guess that's our cue.
But then he just stands there.
What is it, citizen?
So, when you first play the game, you're gonna do lots of things that you usually do in RPGs, like save the game and then attack guards and stuff. And what you'll notice is that these guys will absolutely slaughter you at level 1. And it's because everything in this game levels with you, so technically these guys are level 1 as well, except they have max stats. So this guy has 100 in heavy armor, 100 in blade, 100 in bow and arrow, archery, marksman, I think it's called. He has 100 in block, 100 in everything, and they use all their special abilities and such. So they're extremely formidable. And they have decent stuff. I mean, this is very decent armor, and they use, I think it's fine silver,
You have my
everything.
ear, citizen.
So fine silver bow,
Have mercy.
silver sword. But yeah. Alright, let's check out our map. I said that I was going to do the Mages Guild first. Look at me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around, see if I can get any free stuff. Suppose I'll take that cloth as well. And I'll go sell all this crap. Try and make a few slight upgrades to my equipment. I'd really just like better armor, so that's why I'm gonna go to the best defense and see if I can just get some steel plate. Man, it's been too long since I've played this game. It really has. Alright, let's see how much it costs for some steel plate. From the best defense. Hey, light armor, heavy armor. I have to say, some of my favorite looking armor in the game is chainmail. A full suit of chainmail looks so cool.
I'm Bernardo. I handle the heavy armor at the best defense. I'm also an advanced trainer in heavy armor, so I know what I'm talking about.
Alright, I trust you, buddy.
I'm willing to teach if you're willing to learn.
Yeah, look at that. 410. So, it's extremely expensive.
Make it quick.
Oh no, not that. Nope, nope. Yep. Sorry.
If it's broken,
That's repair.
have a look around.
Okay,
You
there
won't
we go.
find better prices in all Tamriel.
Aegis of the Apocalypse. That's pretty sweet. 12,000 gold, though, is pretty insane. Yeah, there we go. There's steel. Let's see if I can sell him some of this crap. 4 gold, huh? I'm gonna keep that club for as long as I can.
That seems a fair price.
Let's haggle a bit.
You've got to be kidding. An excellent bargain.
Alright, that only brings me up to 175. It's enough for boots. I'll take them. Yep, they're better than what I'm wearing. That's what matters. And he has nothing in weapons. But yeah, this is the best defense, so I
Thank you. Come.
wouldn't assume he would have much. Look, he looks like he hates me.
What?
Let's see if we can improve this a little bit. Start. So, that's the best. That's second best. Worst, second worst. Okay.
You've got a point. You think that, what a wonder. Don't make me laugh. Blah. I can't. You think that really now?
Perfect.
You're such a charmer. That's enough. Please. You're pathetic. That's just not funny.
Damn.
You win this one. Sorry, I don't get. No, you. You're a big fat liar.
I love it.
That's what a wonderful compliment. You're full. Sorry, I don't get it.
Damn, I can't get above the mid-50s.
That's enough. Goodness, what can I say? You're a. What a dumb joke.
Damn, I'm at 49 now? Ah, this minigame.
Don't. I won't. That's just. Please, I'm embarrassed, but thank you. What a wonderful compliment. I can't. That's just not funny. You're a big
48.
fat liar. I won't. Really now. You're so. That's just not fun. You're full of it.
Alright,
That
whatever.
works for me. Good that you want to get better.
What is my heavy armor right now? Heavy armor is at 41. Yeah, so it's 4. That's why it's 410 gold. That's really high though. 41, 40, 40. That's all really good. Nice. And
Stop, thief!
You
oh
worthless.
shit. Ah, god damn it. I didn't mean to steal your shit.
Yes. All right.
Now he's at 41 because I stole his shit.
Goodbye.
Alright, well, if the guards approach me, I'll just go to jail.
Stop!
Yeah, pay gold.
That's too. Okay.
First day out of jail, go right back to jail. Well, that's where I'm going to end this video for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I love this game. I can't wait to play some more. The arena. Oh, that's actually... I should do some arena. Yeah, okay. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.